Welcome to White Horse RV Center in Williamstown, New Jersey, where today we're going to do a walkthrough demonstration of some of the major systems and operations on a 2020 Jayco Eagle 280 model. This model does have a power tongue jack, which you would turn on here and operate for retract or extend. If you had a power failure or dead battery, there is a hole here that removes and a crank handle to raise and lower the jack manually. On your propane covers, this opens up with a hinged lid, and you have two valves you'd want to make sure are in the on position, and then an automatic regulator. So when it switches to the opposite tank, you're going to see it changes color inside the regulator and will allow you to fill the tank. For more specific operations and specific information on operations, please feel free to visit your Jayco owner's manuals and read through those. They're a wonderful resource. This has a sewer kit included here. This is your utility panel. This is on the off door side. Holding tank valves are clearly marked. Black water is toilet waste. Gray water is soapy water, so from sinks and shower. The hoses are designed to drop through the basement compartment here, and you can close this door. You also have your black tank rinsing system, which is a way to clean out your black tank. Winterizing, sanitizing, and this would be also fresh water tank, and then your city water connection here. City water is going to be at the campground. When you're using your fresh water, you're going to use the water pump switch, and that's going to pressurize to bring the water up from your fresh tank. You also have a diagram here on how to operate the water system and more specific instructions inside the Jayco owner's manual. There is a hot water heater bypass valve here, which is helpful for winterizing, solar hookup, as well as outside shower with a spray port right here. Low point drain is to the side here. That's a pipcock valve that will drain some water off of your freshwater tank. There's another one back here. So you have a couple low point drains, and then your dump valve right here as well. Sewer hose connects there, and you can use those valves. Quick tip on your black tank, let it accumulate for a couple of days prior to pulling the black tank valve. Let that chemical break down the solids and waste. Empty the black tank, then pull the gray valve to let soapy water rinse through those lines. 50 amp service with a detachable power cord. This is the back of your hot water heater. This will vent warm air. You want to make sure that area is clear. This is automatic from the inside, gas electric. Just of note here, there is a nylon plug that you'd want to remove to drain down the water tank for winterizing. Make sure you do install only a nylon plug when you put it back for the season, and make sure to keep this area cleaned out. Spiders can get in here, and spider webs, cobwebs, debris can wreak havoc with your propane system. Back of your furnace vent, that's your propane powered furnace, thermostat controlled from the inside. This will vent warm air, so again, you want to make sure this area is clear of any lines, chairs, etc. Toward the back of the coach, we have a ladder, great for maintenance. Recommended maintenance is once a season. Check your seals and gaskets, scrape and reseal as needed. You also have a receiver if you wanted to add any kind of universal hitch platform, bike rack, etc., any aftermarket, and this one has a backup camera. There is a connection at the back if you wanted to add an outside grill. And also this has power stabilizer jacks. So these are operated similar to the tongue jack we saw, extend or retract. You're gonna push the button here, and those jacks are gonna move to stabilize your coach. Make sure for travel they are all the way up and stored underneath the coach. There's another drain valve up underneath on the door side. That's a low point drain. Your outside kitchen in this model, you do have an outside grill, as well as light switches, electrical with a GFI outlet. If you did have any electrical issues, something wasn't working, you do want to check and reset this GFI here in your outside kitchen. Optional Furion lit charging station. The wireless charging dock is there. The feature itself is an option aftermarket that's available. Outside cable, electrical if you wanted to bring a TV outside, and refrigerator as well. Thermostat control is in your fridge. Again, this is feature walkthrough and operations of some of the systems of a 2020 Jayco Eagle 280. The options you see are unique to this stock number and may vary by model. This is the back of your refrigerator vent. 2 spring clips here. You can use a key or a coin. You'd want to drop this panel down, and again, just make sure it's cleaned out because it is propane and electric. You want to make sure no cobwebs get in there. Coming up to the front of the coach, we have light switch as well as outside speakers. Power awning, which we'll show you from the inside. Spare tire manual crank. The spare tire on this model is located up underneath the trailer. You would put the crank handle here and lower the tire. Again, power jack mechanism, same as we saw at the back. There's crank handles for both the power tongue jack and also the spare tire if you need them. And up front is a battery disconnect switch. So for storing the camper, you can flip this to off, and it's a kill switch for all your electrical. It will prevent drainage of your battery. Very nice feature. Spray point also here. You could hook up the hose you saw on the utility center opposite side and use it on this side as well. Invite you to come on up into the trailer. This is a more ride entry step. Very easy operation. It lifts. Make sure you have your door all the way in the open position. Lift it up. And that's gonna go ahead and store there for travel. Then you can close and lock your door. Grab handle just lifts and folds across the door. To bring this down, just reach up. Again, make sure you have your door all the way open. Lower the steps into position. Very easy operation there. This 2020 Jayco Eagle 280 RSOK has a very nice list of upgraded features. I'm going to walk you through some of the operations. Thermostat is right across from the entry door. You can control heat, cooling, and fan by selecting here and then changing your temperature. You also have overhead light switches and systems monitor panel. So this is going to give you your slide rooms as well as water heater and water pump switches. Water pump again is drawing from your fresh water tank. If you're hooked up to city water at a campground, you don't need to use the water pump. It's already pressurized. And water heater, whether you want the electric side or the propane side. Exterior light switch and systems monitor panel to show you your tank levels. Battery level, fresh water, black toilet, gray tanks. Slide out, very easy operation. You're gonna push extender, retract here. And you will hear normal operation will give you a little bit of clicking noise all the way in or all the way out. That is normal. That's the clutch motor coming in, and it will tell you when you're at full extension. So I'm just going to show you the kitchen and entertainment slide real quick. Easy push button operation here. Again, make sure your slides are all the way in or all the way out for normal use. That's where they're going to be level and seal up nice and tight for you. I'm going to go back to the entertainment center because we do have that all on. So television. Right now we're running on a digital air signal. I'm going to turn the stereo off so you can hear a little bit better. There are owner's manuals for all of these in your Jayco owner's packet, which is included with this. In the middle cabinet above the entertainment center, above the TV, you'll see a signal booster with the green light. So running off a digital TV antenna, this will allow us to clean up the signal a little bit and boost it. If you're hooked up at cable at the campground, you won't need to use that. Again, television here, and we can go to the input and settings and actually run a digital air TV search. It's going to pull in all the channels. Fireplace here. It does have control settings for low and high. Color of the fireplace, whatever you prefer. I'm going to turn that off. Refrigerator. You want to pull the handles all the way to the left to open. This one has temperature control and operations right at the top of the inside of the freezer door. You can set your temperature here and then decide whether you want to do automatic, which would let it choose between propane or electric. So when you unplug at the campground, it will automatically switch to propane and power the cooling unit. Likewise, when you plug in at the campground, it's going to switch from propane to electric, and you can control the on-off here. For storage, it's recommended that you do pop the fridge open a little bit if you are not using the fridge, just to let that air circulate. Light switches are right on the lights themselves here at the kitchen area. We have microwave, and also propane stove. So this is very easy to light. You're going to select your burner, turn it to the light, and fire your direct spark ignition switch there, and dial up or down. Again, make sure your propane tank valves are in the open position. That's a must for running anything propane powered in the coach. First few times, because the lines are new, or if you're filling the tanks, you might get some air through there. And again, that's normal. The stove is a nice way to clear that. At the back, you do have USB ports and electrical. Overhead light switches will control these lights here. Here are the owner's packets, backup monitor, as well as remotes included. You do have theater seating with controls here on the side of the seat. For travel, make sure your dinette chairs are secure. There is a strap underneath to secure them. And this shows the table extension in the open position. This pops down and slides back under away the main table. Again, for travel, that's a great idea. Dimmer switch here controls your overhead lights at your dinette table, and also your courtesy lights behind the Eagle portrait there. Lighted pantry closet here. There is another GFI on your kitchen outlet. So your island outlet has another GFI where you would reset. Again, remember there's one outside on the outside kitchen on this model, as well as the island kitchen. And your propane leak detector and carbon monoxide alarm is down at the base of the island. This does have a small draw from your battery, so if you're going to be storing the camper out of it for a while, it's a good idea to either remove the battery or use that battery disconnect kill switch, which is in the front compartment. These are heat vents in the floor. Heat's going to rise. Your air conditioning vents are in the roof. They are directional, and you can control the flow of the air there. These are intakes for your air conditioner. You have one on each side of this model. These do have filters behind that grill area that can be removed and vacuumed or cleaned once a season to remove any dust. Fire extinguisher at the entry door. Converter box is directly across from the steps in the hallway. This is your main fuse panel and breaker box for your model. Gives you easy access here. There is a fan and vent here, so this can occasionally run and vent to keep the converter unit cool. Coming into your bath area. This is a foot pedal flush toilet. Easy operation. You're going to step on the pedal. If you step on it all the way, you will open and clear the bowl and add water. You can step partially down and just add a little bit of water to the bowl if you prefer. Vent overhead, knob to open it, as well as light switches and switches for the fan. So we'll turn that on, and then we've got light switches along the wall and courtesy light. Coming into your master bedroom, the reading lamps at the back of the bed have a push button right on them. If you push it once, you're going to get a blue courtesy light. If you push it twice, hold it, you're going to get the white light, which is a little bit brighter. Wardrobe, directional air vents, and you do have a backer if you wanted to add a wall mount TV with TV hookups here in your bedroom. For travel, make sure your doors are secure. Your emergency exit window is also in your master bedroom. On this one, you would lift up on the handle. You can leave the window open a little bit if you like for airflow. To use it as an emergency exit window, you would push it all the way out. And then this latches for travel. Again, this is a feature walkthrough of some of the major systems and operations of this 2020 Jayco Eagle 280. We hope you've enjoyed it. Feel free to check out your owner's manuals for more specific information and details, or give us a call with any questions we can help with. We wish you a wonderful day and much happy RVing ahead.